Google announced a big change is coming to SEO, Generative Search Experience, GSE. Twitter is melting down. Facebook groups are going crazy. I saw some of the comments on my channel yesterday, and you might be wondering, will your SEO strategy survive? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's all just one big fugazi. You'll learn the truth that no marketer wants to tell you about GSE, how it's all a bit of a fugazi, and what you can do about it to make sure you rank higher and get more SEO traffic without being distracted by all the pandemonium that's going on. Let's get into it. So first off, here's what generative search looks like. So it uses AI to pull in information like here. You can click some new questions over here, and let's call a spade a spade. This is basically just a better version of featured snippets. So people ask questions, aka this, and then they get answers fed in from other websites. The only difference is that this version of Google just looks better and is smarter, and they've literally just upgraded their product. It's like featured snippets on steroids. And then if people want to learn more, they can click the questions down here, or they can click to your website as well, just like they normally would featured snippets. However, here's what's new for you. If you're already trying to rank for keywords that can be answered in a quick snippet like this, for example, like can frog swim in water? Well, you just have to change your strategy so that you're targeting the topics where people need to click into your site and do a deep dive. So you wouldn't go for keywords like this. Problem solved. That's it. Adapt your strategy. And now, as you can see, all you need to really do is focus on being here, not down here, which is what you already do if you're in SEO, hopefully. And that's what you need to optimize for. Optimize for the top 3, not the top 10. That is more challenging, but I'll explain how to achieve that later in this video. And let's be 100% honest, Google searches are not that great. Right now, there's a lot of searches, for example, like this one, where you type in your question, you get an answer, but the featured snippet actually doesn't help you. Like, I tried this morning, it doesn't work. Maybe that's just me being stupid, but does Google always provide the best answer? No. And that's a threat to Google if Bing's got a better product than them. Like, I asked ChatGPT this same question, I got a better answer that actually helped me. So this is a problem that Google faces, and this is why it needs to adapt. So yes, it is a huge step forward in terms of making Google searches, and they have to stay competitive. And basically, users just get faster, better results, which means Google becomes a better product, which means more people use it, and therefore you get more SEO traffic, and everyone wins. If Google didn't improve, they'd eventually lose their traffic, which means less SEO traffic for you, and that wouldn't work out well for anyone. And you can see, if you check the share price of Alphabet, Google's company, well, you can see over the last 6 months that their share price has just gone up since they announced this, and it's doing really well. A lot of investors have a positive outlook for Google. Bearing in mind, ChatGPT was released here when everyone wondered whether Google was going to get replaced. And then you can see, even though the share price dropped then, it's gradually recovered to the point where year to date, it's already the highest it's ever been. So the future of Google looks good, and therefore the future of SEO looks good if you have the right strategy in place. And this is what I mean by saying it's a fugazi, right? So all the news and all the hype about generative AI is a bit of a distraction, because SEO fundamentally remains the same. It's just inputs and outputs. Let me show you an example, right? So for example, if you publish 1 article per day, the output is you'll get more traffic with or without AI. If you build back, the output is more authority equals higher rankings. If you improve your content, you'll get more traffic from your existing rankings. Very simple. Inputs, outputs. If you do the work, you'll get the result. That doesn't change with or without generative AI. Yes, some people will get less clicks, but if you have high quality content and you're building backlinks, then you have more trust, which means you'll rank in the top 3, and therefore your rankings, your search traffic, and the money you make from your website is going to be way higher. So the fundamentals, the strategy, and the philosophy of SEO doesn't really change. It's been that way since it began. And let's be honest, if you didn't listen to a single piece of news about AI, and assuming you had a solid SEO strategy already, well, if you just did the same things and rinsed and repeated them and stayed consistent to them, if you just did the same things you were doing this time last year, well, then you'd still be trying to rank in the top 3 with relevance, authority, and nothing has really changed in that regard. And here's where I think the opportunity is for you, right? So it's kind of like Warren Buffett said, right? Be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. If you can just do the boring thing with SEO and do it consistently over time, creating more quality content, building backlinks to it, and you're going to win. The issue of AI or SERP changes becomes irrelevant, because Google's algorithm is just going to get smarter, which means if you're an expert on your topic or publishing great content and building links to it, which are the fundamentals of SEO, well, then you'll get good results. If you check out Google's Search Essentials, which is basically the strategy you need to rank with SEO, with or without AI is just upgrading their algorithm, well, then you'll see that the goal is just create helpful, reliable, people-first content and build backlinks, right? If you do that, then you'll get higher rankings. And I think the only sites that are really going to miss out are the ones that are pumping out low quality content, because it's getting harder and harder to fake this. If you're not providing any value beyond what AI can generate anyway, then you're probably not creating the right type of content, and therefore your strategy is fundamentally flawed with or without AI. Now, the one piece of advice I'd recommend is cutting out the noise. So for example, yes, on our channel, we love to do case studies, how to rank AI in 6 hours, SEO hacks for AI, that sort of thing. And that's a lot of fun, but it's just a case study experiment, right? It's not like we're just trying to see what happens. We're not really creating a long-term SEO strategy there. If you practice things like the avalanche SEO, reverse silos, absolutely. Keyword research, these are the fundamentals, but the case studies are just for fun. Just entertainment, folks. So realistically, SEO, this is just a long-term strategy, just like everything else in business. And with any strategy, you can apply the first principles philosophy, which is, for example, a Occam's razor. Simply put, the simplest solution is almost always the best, which is more content, more backlinks, more high quality content means higher rankings. So for example, as emotion goes up, the fear and the negativity around GSE, well, intellect goes down. And with or without SEO, that's definitely no way to run a business. So the solution is simple. Just focus on being logical, do the ordinary thing for an extraordinary amount of time. And the formula to rank basically remains the same, right? No matter how many Google updates there are, no matter whether GSE comes out, well, the strategy that always wins 20 years ago and now is basically this, right? So you want more relevant, high quality content. You need more authority in your website in terms of building backlinks and building out top core authority, aka more content. And then that's to the power of adaptability, which means you always need to be adapting, improving your business, hiring better people, improving your workflows. And all of this equals higher rankings. That's the same for any SEO strategy, whether it was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, now, tomorrow, it's always the same. The one thing I wonder is whether SEO is going to become easier than ever. Because if the strategy of SEO is the same, aka more content, more backlinks equals higher rankings, but you have access to more tools, information on how to learn, for example, my channel, plus you have AI to help you rank higher to speed up and improve both your content quality and the efficiency of your team. For example, like keyword research, you can do this way faster now than you ever could. Plus, you're watching videos like this to learn and adapt along the way. Well, there's an argument to be had that SEO is actually easier than ever before. For example, a lot of tools are free and better in many ways. You've got ChatGPT for content outlines. You've got Harper AI for figuring out search intent. You can create your own SEO Chrome extensions with AI. And basically all the resources you need to rank are becoming cheaper and easier to access than ever before. Now, bear in mind as well, Google's original plan, Bard, was way scarier for SEOs. Because if you type in, for example, can frogs swim, you type that into Bard, you won't get any links back. All it's going to do is answer your question, and you can choose to Google it if you want, but at the same time, there's no real links there, right? And that would seriously hurt your SEO traffic because it's not linking out to anyone unless you Google it. Now, with search experience, yes, like the top 3 results are going to get the most clicks, and then you get your traditional clicks down here. That's pretty much the same as any search, right? The only difference is the featured snippets are a little bit bigger, but at the same time, if it's a keyword you should actually be targeting, then people will click into your website. Now, I totally understand the fear of change, for example, and with any change comes fear, right? And this happens inevitably with every single technology that comes along, so I understand that. But the future of SEO is looking really good, and you actually don't need to change your workflows that much, as we've talked about. Plus, I'm going to show you 2 ways in a minute to future-proof your business at the end of this video. And if you just focus on the right SEO strategy, which is building relevance and authority, then the tactics are very similar. So let's talk about how to future-proof your business. First of all, always build your email list, right? So if you can add pop-ups and you can add opt-in forms to your website, well, that's really important because this protects you from any disruptions in your channels. So for example, I've seen a few YouTubers with millions of subscribers who don't get any love from the Google algorithm. So every time they publish a video, they don't get any views, or they might get a few hundred. But if you have an email list, you'll basically always get traction. You've always got the average open rates, so you can get to the click-through rates. You've got that data that you can target at any time. And you don't just need to rely on the marketing channel. You should make sure you're capturing the leads for yourself. So always make sure you've got opt-ins on your website, that you're capturing emails, that you've got a funnel in place to optimize and to market towards this email list. Because as a business, that's one of the most high leverage things you can do. And whether people buy today or they buy in a year's time, doesn't matter. It's all about building that relationship with your audience so that when they're ready to buy, you're top of mind, right? Plus, you should be squeezing the traffic you get as efficiently as possible into money with SEO. So let's say you've got 10% less traffic with GSE now, right? You were getting 1,000 before, now you're getting 850. Well, if you improve your conversion rate by 15%, which is easily achievable for most websites because they don't look at improving this. Well, if you did that, you'd still make the same amount of money. So let's say worst case scenario, even if your SEO traffic takes a hit, whether that's from an update, whether it's from SE, whatever, you can make sure you make the same amount of money just by improving your conversion rates. And that's something most SEOs don't think about, but you can easily balance out the odds so that you still make the same amount of money as before. And if you're wondering, right, well, how do I monetize my website better? It comes down to your email list, it comes down to offering the right products, and just understanding your audience so you can create better offers. And I've got a video about marketing hacks with ChatGPT on my channel. I would recommend checking it out. But basically, getting traffic and making money are two different things, right? So it's not about how much traffic you get, it's about how much money you make from that traffic. And it's the same with your business. It doesn't matter how much revenue you make, it's how much you keep, aka profit. So by working on improving your site's conversion rates, you're always going to win. How? More pop-ups, better opt-in offers, better sales copy. These are easy wins that I see 99% of websites struggle with. So thanks so much for watching. If you want more tips on SEO and how to build backlinks, you can check out my free book at juliangoldie.com, where it's basically got a ton of link building tutorials you can easily just steal and rinse for yourself to get more backlinks, more authority and higher rank. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.